Hey everybody, welcome to another session of the Era of the Dragons, our little D&D show we do here. I would say weekly, but we've never maintained that. So we do this occasionally. We play D&D sometimes. So I guess we'll get right into it. We'll do some introductions. I don't know who's first, so I'm going to go on the Zoom screen. Silver, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I am Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as on YouTube, and can be found as Silver Bulette on some form on TikTok as well, if you're feeling like you want to go on TikTok. But today I'm going to be playing Fensiris Roxalar, who is a gem dragonborn who happens to be a rogue and a bit of a archivist, let's say. That's me.
All right, Jaden.
Hey, I'm Jaden. I also go by Soliloquy. I use they, them pronouns. I'll be playing a tiefling barbarian named Grief. Grief uses he, they pronouns and a combat wheelchair. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user in real life. That's why I like to play that in the game. And the combat wheelchair is designed by Sarah Thompson. You can find them on Twitter under Mustang's Art.
Cool. And Penny.
Hello, my name is Penny. I use she, her pronouns. With the, slow going collapse of Twitter, I have officially sort of disappeared from the internet. So you can find me here and I'll be playing Gift, who uses she, her pronouns and is a human druid. What's the name of the other class? Warlock hybrid.
Awesome. And I'm Archangelic, and I will be playing everyone else. My pronouns are she, her, and we will get underway. So last we left off, you were following some leads about the cult smuggling goods, possibly to build up a horde, and you ended up on the outskirts of the elven capital city of Vrusea. And in the process of investigating and just kind of hanging around, you found that they were indeed smuggling things in here into a tunnel in the middle of this work camp. They are in the process of building a highway from Vrusea eastward into more inland. And this is where all the workers are set up to camp while they're building this road. Carts are being pulled in, they're being brought into a tunnel, unloaded, and moved into an underground tunnel of some sort. You didn't get much more information than that, but last we left off, I believe y'all were trying to go in and investigate further. Initially, Gift had turned into a rat and did some mild investigation, but nothing too intense. So you're going in. I believe you had sent Rami with your cart to make it look like you were leaving. So that is where we are. What are you all doing?
Have we noticed what types of people have gone in there?
You've only seen one cart with two humans. You didn't see anyone in the tunnel, but also Gift didn't go very deep into the tunnel.
No, just to the point that it dropped off into darkness.
Okay.
I believe Finn was going to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a mismemory.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Finn will try her best to sneak forward and go into the tunnel ahead of everybody, but with the anticipation they're going to be following.
Okay. So are you all going to go in together? Is that the kind of plan?
Yeah, it sounds like there was a bit of a delay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will disguise self to look more like the human and not a tiefling.
Okay. I'll go ahead and let's get a group stealth check. I will roll for our good friend Elric.
That's a 26 for Fenris. Fensiris. I mean,
9 for me.
Cool.
That's a 10 for Gift.
That is a 7 on the die for a 6 for Elric. Luckily, y'all decided not to go in the dead of night. people do notice you. You're not sure. You're not being stealthy. People do see you as you're going in there. Fen, you're fine. Like you're in the shadows, dodging and weaving between tents and
the shadows.
everyone else is trudging in the mud towards this tunnel. And so we'll start with Fen. What you see is basically, it looks like it's mostly supposed to look like a tent from the outside, but it is, you can easily slip in behind the flaps of the tent. There's a couple of human guards who are off to the side, but they don't notice you.
Yeah, Fen will and in a moment where they're both looking away from the tent, she will slip between them.
And what you see is it looks like they've reinforced a hole in the ground, basically into what may be a natural cavern further down.
Okay.
And you can see further down that there is the beginnings of like tracks for a minecart.
No
Go ahead and-
minecart in sight, just the tracks, right?
You don't see a minecart here.
Okay.
You just see the beginnings of the tracks from where you are at the entrance here. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Let me check my numbers, but I believe that's a 7. Yep, 7.
7. Okay. You get a faint smell of sulfur, maybe from
Yeah,
somewhere in
great.
this,
Rotten eggs. Fantastic.
but you don't see or hear much else from where you are.
All right. Fen is now that when you say a hole in the ground, is it like slowly descending or is it like a drop?
It's like a ramp. They've built it ramps
Okay.
down into the ground. So there's
Okay.
this pretty steep incline.
Fen will slowly start going down the ramp then,
Okay.
keeping off to the sides as best as possible.
As you venture on down, you hear a familiar voice. You don't really need a high perception check to hear its voice now that you're down a little further. That rotten egg smell gets more intense. But you hear the foreman and proprietor of the end of the roadhouse, Argus, is loudly talking to someone in Draconic. Which you do speak.
Mhm.
Somebody says something back, but it's in a dialect of Draconic you're not super familiar with. It almost seems broken. But they're talking about when the last shipment went down, when they expect another cart, kind of going over details like that, how long it'll take to get it to its next destination.
Fen is mentally noting what they are saying then as best she can, since she doesn't want to get out a pen and paper. That could be loud. She's gonna hang out there until she hears her friends on the stairs, on the ramp, I mean.
Okay. So the rest of you think you're being as quiet as you can, but how do you want to approach this as you come up to this tent?
And there are 2 guards and all of this.
Yeah, they don't look like they're guards that they're guards because they are hiding something, but
Right.
they look like they're just hanging out.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of them is like cutting an apple, looking around. The other one is just kind of she's pushed back against a barrel trying to catch a nap, maybe.
Probably gonna try to hang back enough to not be spotted, but still be close enough to help if we decide on an action plan.
Let's see.
Elric had put on his full armor, so he's a little jingly right now.
So I think Gift is going to like split off a little bit. And like I know that ultimately this is sort of a road and a camp. Is there anywhere that is sort of out of the way, not exactly hiding, but like, you know, around some boxes or around a corner on the backside of a tent, that kind of thing?
Yeah, there's plenty of places like that. It's basically a mishmash of alleys in this place.
Okay. Gift is going to walk off like nonchalantly. And when she's out of sight of everyone, but in view of the tent, she's going to cast Create Bonfire on the back of it. Worked last time.
Right. Okay. So you want to set it like, or what is the goal with this bonfire?
The goal would be to catch the tent on fire, so that create the bonfire in the same square as the tent, if you will.
Okay.
At the like back side. Basically, I want to fill it with smoke at the end of the day.
A smoke screen. Got it.
Because
All
know,
right.
if it's filling with smoke, they're going to run out of it.
So I have a question about the bonfire spell. Does it have to be a point you can see? Because that'll change where it goes.
I believe so, which is why I had phrased it that way, but let me double check for you.
Oh, so you're kind of trying to like circuitously come around to the backside of this tent? to set it?
Exactly.
Got it.
Let's see. You can create a bonfire on the ground that you can see within
Okay.
range. Yep, and the range is
right.
fairly good. It's 60 feet.
Oh yeah. No one notices you do this. Because yeah, you light a bonfire.
It's a great utility spell.
The one eating an apple goes, smells smoke, and he like kicks the one who's trying to take a nap, and he's like, what? And he's like, do you smell that? And they take a second, and then the fire starts to like catch on the tent and become bigger, and they both freak out and they run to there's bells kind of placed around here for this exact instance. You don't want a whole camp catching fire, so they run from this place to go ring a bell.
A ring. As soon as they're running out, Gift's gonna run in.
Okay.
Smoke rises. I'm not worried about it going down into a hole.
Yeah. It's successfully smoke screened, so like and distracted the help here. So cool. Yeah, you can easily slip in while they're gone. They're not looking at you.
Perfect. And of course I will tap a grief and sort of as I go by.
I'll follow.
Okay. You all get into this tunnel, and there's a good amount of smoke billowing from this tent right now. But yeah, like you said, as soon as you're in that incline, it seems to be, well, it's not fresh air, but it's air that you can breathe. And you guess you wouldn't see Fenceris unless Fenceris wants to be seen. But you get into this tunnel, and it's the same kind of thing. You make perception checks, actually, as you do.
As soon as we're in the dark, can I also make a stealth check?
Yes. Elric got a 2 on his perception. He's a good NPC.
I got a 4. I am also a good NPC.
Non-nat 21.
Followed by a 3 on my stealth check.
Oy.
Yeah, let's roll Elric's stealth, which he rolls at disadvantage. He rolled a 5 on the die for a 4, so
9 for me.
cool. I mean, it makes sense. Like, this is not y'all are not the Fen was doing what she was supposed to do, so this all tracks. So you all make your way in. They're loud.
Fen will, if there are any boxes or anything around this part of the tunnel, she is gonna hide behind it because she knows that they're gonna come looking for what that noise is.
Okay, yeah, easy enough.
And not hiding from her group, just hiding from the people she heard down the tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
And you hear
to be clear.
you hear Argus's voice say, "Did you hear that?" He says it in Draconic, and whoever's talking to him like doesn't speak. And he says, "Wait here." You don't see him come through or anything, and you haven't been able to spot him from where you are. You've just been hearing him down the tunnel. But you all come in. No one rolled really high on perception, so no, Grief did. You hear Draconic being spoken from down tunnel. You also get that sulfur smell. It smells. You've lived in the you come from like near mountains and stuff. You're used to this kind of like somewhat active volcano type thing. So it smells volcanic.
Okay. Fen. Sometimes I know Fen talks in my head. Fen, where are you?
Hey, Fen is gonna expend a point to connect with her friends, who she clearly can see at this point, I'm sure. She says, "Hey, y'all, I'm over here behind the boxes. Don't look. I'm hearing voices down the hall. They almost definitely heard you. Just a heads up.
Okay.
Get ready to fight."
All right, great. It smells volcanic.
Oh, that's the eggs. Got it.
When Finn says get ready to fight, give cast 2 strike on Grief. It lasts a minute.
Awesome.
So you get advantage on your next attack roll.
If it's within 10 rounds.
Sweet. Thank you. And then what else?
Oh, hey, y'all want a distraction maybe?
That could work.
Fen's gonna reach into her wonderful bag of tricks
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
and
Oh,
throws it over top, throws a fuzzy thing over top of the box.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Room with the moose.
It's. I want to be honest here. This is what I landed on.
On
That was
8.
that was an 8. Which means joy of joys. I believe we got a giant elk.
Hell yes. Okay, let me
how has this just become your like staple animal? When in doubt, you get an elk.
It's like when you sort the M&Ms in a bag and you realize you have twice as many yellows or greens or something, like, that's what happens with this bag. All right, I gotta put an elk in front of y'all. Okay. Oh man, this elk is so big. Okay.
At least it'll be sufficiently distracting.
So all right, how are we doing this? So yeah, an elk just appears in the tunnel. Like, I think you probably rounded a corner, Fen, to like kind of hide from everything. So this elk just appears like a little bit ahead of you. Let me see if y'all can see it from your
Am I
vantage.
the only one who can't see anything on the VTT?
You should be able to see the start.
Yeah,
It just
that
says
screen that you're
the
looking at right there now.
arrow of
Yeah.
the dragons. That's all
I
I
know.
see. Okay.
Oh, okay. You were saying like in front of us and stuff, so I looked over and there was nothing.
Right. And at this point, I don't think any of you can see the elk, but you hear it as it lets off an elk sound.
Another elk?
I swear there's weasels in here somewhere. I don't know what happened to them.
And Fen, as you see this elk comes up, and then you see like two lizard people like kind of step out of the shadows, like, and are looking around like, what is that? And you see them for the first time in this tunnel. So I believe they are going to draw their clubs and spears, and we are going to go into combat. So let me get this set up. Let me add the giant elk to the combat.
Combat map.
Yeah, and Fen, that's a little weird, but that's fine. You are hiding behind some boxes here. So
Sweet.
let's get initiative.
Oh, yep. Ah, jeez. All right. Sure. Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's. I got a 24.
So far, 10
Too
has been
much.
my high roll of the day. That initiative was a 5.
24 from Fenceris with a maxed out dex. Okay. Grief.
12. Do you want me to roll for Elric as well?
Yes.
9 for him.
And roll initiative for the giant elk.
Oh yeah. Elk could be red. Oh wow. All right. Elk with dex 21.
Okay.
Oy, oy, oy. All right.
Okay. Nice. We will start combat. Fen, you're currently hidden. You can go first. I don't
Okay.
know. Oh, I'll move these lizard folk where you can see them.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, since they're pulling weapons, I think Fen is just going to hold her psychic blade, and the second either of these lizards attacks her giant elk friend, they're getting a psychic blade to the face. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So she's like peeking through the barrels, watching for it. What is their response?
Can you repeat that to me one more time? Sorry.
Sure. So she is specifically holding on a psychic blade thrown attack until she sees the giant elk get attacked by one of these lizard folk.
Okay. The lizard folk. All right. So they go a little later in the initiative. So
Yeah, I figured the giant elk would also be next. And
yes. But you can hold that action until they attack the elk, which looks like they're going to.
I'm also going to tell the giant elk in its head that it should not attack unless provoked.
Okay.
So it is looking unusually calm in the middle of this cave.
All right. So it will also hold its action. It sees these lizard folk drawing weapons, and it's just, it's bowing its head, ready to gore something that comes at it. So that will be, it'll hold its position. So
by the way, this giant elk attack was inspired by watching RRR last night. So that's
all right. We got a lizard folk up here who's okay. You all see a lizard folk come out of the north tunnel up here and just look at you, and it has like some sort of long implement that it's using as a spear. And it just brandishes that, and it holds position and says something to you in Draconic. then you can hear it and it says, "What are you doing here? What do you want?" And that will be its turn. We got
And as far as I can tell, it did not see me, right?
it
The
has
lizard
not
focus.
spotted. It has not spotted you. Correct.
Okay. But I can't. I will send to them that they're asking you what we're doing here. I don't know if they speak common.
Oh, your Grief can't hear you.
Hold on, sorry, I lost a earbud.
Okay. So we got this lizard folk here who can only see the elk, so is going to move to come attack it. And it does its multi-attack. So it can make 2 melee attacks, each one with a different weapon. Okay. It's going to first stab it for a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then with its big old maw, it's going to try and bite it.
Really.
17 to hit.
And also hits.
For another 8 piercing damage.
Ooh, ew. Okay.
All right, we got this one here. Oh, well, okay, that brings up held actions though. We'll start with the giant elk because
it was just bitten. Yes, I agree. Okay. Can't ram, I don't think, because there's just gonna be hooves coming at it. That is a 13 plus 6, a 19 to hit.
yes, that hits. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, let me correct myself. It has to be ram. Hooves is on a prone creature. I'm reading this now. So that is just going to be 2d6 plus 4. I was trying to figure out why 48 made sense. I was like, that seems like a lot. And that is 11 damage.
Okay. Yeah, gores right through this lizard folk, still standing, but very injured from that.
Okay. And I'm gonna break my hiding spot and throw a dagger at it.
Okay.
See how
You
this
do
goes.
you get advantage.
Of course that was. I got 2 different 4s on the die. So either way, it's a 12.
That's not enough to hit.
No, didn't figure. Dang.
Okay.
And now I'm just seen.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
It looks at you and it's just the psychic blade just like jets past its face and looks over and it like gestures and it's like, "This yours?" Like it gestures to the elk with its like gut holding in its gut. Grief, it's your turn.
All right. Move in here. Oh, okay. With that advantage. 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
13 damage.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and bonus action rage. I guess I should have done that before, but it's fine.
Okay. And you have a second attack.
Even if I use my greatsword?
Yes.
Okay. We'll get used to this one day. Oh, that's an at 20.
Excellent.
So did I roll this twice then?
Yes. Roll double the amount of dice.
15.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, just to clarify, do I add the addition on that, the +4? Or is the second
Yes.
attack still no?
Yes, you have multiple attacks.
Okay, great. So then add +4 to that. So 19 total on that one.
Yeah, Your greatsword slides cleanly through this lizard folk, cuts him in half, and he slumps to the ground.
Fantastic.
Roll your d8 for rage.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. 8.
Okay. A bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you gets hit by it. Can you see anything else?
No, there's nothing else in my view.
Okay. It just blasts into the rock.
Oops. Sorry. That's my turn.
Okay. It is Elric's turn.
That's also me. All right. Oh well, there's nothing.
Let me fix
I
that for you.
can-
The shiny new owner of Elric. You should be able to move it.
Pardon me, elk. Why?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't fix it right now. That's okay.
Okay.
I'll just do it for now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We'll fix it in the future. Elric is going to move behind where this lizard folk was, and he can see down the tunnel, and he turns to you. He turns to you, Grief, and says, Argus is down that way, as he points down this tunnel here. I don't believe he can get to him though, because that was 20 feet. He's going to go 10 more feet, and that's going to be, he's going to hold position there. Just if anything gets near him, he's going to hit it with his mace.
And I don't have a note on Argus. Do we know who that is?
Argus is he's the foreman, and he's the proprietor.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, Argus Evernoon. Got it here.
Awesome. Argus he has a pretty good vantage point from where he is. It's his turn. He sees Elric, and he says, you're with that new group who came in. I see you've already started poking your noses where it doesn't belong. And he's going to, the rest of you don't see this, but Elric very much sees this, as Argus's face, his beard becomes part of his face. His mouth turns more into a bear-shaped muzzle, and he is going to run up on Elric with his jaw open and his sword drawn.
My son.
Father help. And he's going to do a bite attack. He makes 2 claw attacks. Okay, he's going to do a bite. That's what he's going to do. That doesn't meet. What's Elric's armor class? 18. Yeah, that doesn't hit. So he's going to hit it. The bite doesn't land. It glances off. Elric has a shield out and just kind of parries him, but he comes at him with the drawn sword, and that's even worse. So 13. That's not enough to hit. So trying to see, Grief, you still haven't been able to spot him where he is. You see Elric getting attacked, but you don't see the full thing. We got another lizard folk here. That one. Gonna run up on the elk and try and stab it. That's pretty good. That is a 17 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
For 6 piercing damage.
Ow. All right. Elk is still up, but ow.
And is a 14 to hit.
I think that just meets.
Okay.
Yep, unfortunately.
Has this big spiked club that'll hit for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Jiminy Christmas. All right.
Gift, a whole kerfuffle has broken out.
Yeah. that's super valid. And I don't think I can see any of it.
Yeah, from your vantage point, you just hear noises.
Okay, so it sounds like north of me, I hear shouting and Finn shouting, and south of me, I just hear like brays from an elk.
Yeah. Yeah. To the north of you, it's Elric and Grief. You're not sure where Finn is, and yeah, there's an elk. So to the south.
Okay, all right. Well, 5, 10, 15. Oh, is this area like kind of 2 squares to the right of Grief? Is that a wall?
To the right, yeah, that's a wall.
Okay. So can't see there. All right, so we're at 15. Let's see. I can see the elk 20, 25, 30. Okay. And then let me check the range on this thing. 1 moment. 5 feet of it. Okay. We'll hold on to that. I don't think I can reach anybody this turn. So I guess I'm going to cast True Strike on myself. And that'll be my action.
Okay. Fen, it is your turn.
All right. All right, Elcric, you got this.
Oh, great.
Ben is going to throw a psychic blade at the creature that Elcric has already damaged.
Okay.
And then run her way after. I'm just going to put myself where I am running to, which is over here.
Okay.
Run and gun. We'll see how this goes. Gah! I think that's a 13.
13
Yes.
hits.
Yes. Okay.
They
Woo.
don't have shields. So yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. 1d6. And because Elcric is engaged with them, I think I get to do my damage, right? My extra damage.
You sure do. Sneak attack.
Sweet. Sneak attack. And 12. That would be 17 damage.
Yeah. The psychic blade cuts right through into the neck, and this lizard folk just goes down with the momentum of that.
And I have no idea because I was sprinting by.
Yep. You just hear a thud in the background.
I hope that wasn't Elcric. I hope that wasn't Elcric.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's gonna, bonus action, I guess, hiding back here now that I've run
Yep.
away.
Go and roll stealth.
Okay. Oh, sure, that can roll high. That's 27.
Okay. Yeah, you're well hidden. It is Elkric's turn.
All right, Elcric is gonna hit the other one that damaged him. Or at least gonna try. Here we go. And I have to do a ram again because hooves is only on prone creatures. Oh, sweet goodly moodly. That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, okay. And that is 2d6. 2 4s, so 8. 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. Still
Um,
standing, very hurt.
Okay. I think Elcric probably doesn't want to disengage because that'll just be one more attack on them. So yeah, Elcric's gonna stay there. Not that he can move much of anywhere anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a cramped spot for him. Cool. We got this lizard folk, seeing that things are not going well, is going to throw a javelin. So that should be, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's like a 21 to hit
Yeah.
for 8 piercing damage.
Jeez, all these eights.
Yeah, they've been rolling max. They're doing really well.
Elcric is still standing barely.
Cool. And it's gonna run 30 feet this way. It sees more people, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, Grief, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Here. I don't know if I can get.
Yeah, it's a little tight in here, but you can move right here.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Try to hit him with my great sword. 9 is not going to do it. Your attack. 22, that'll do. 11 damage.
Okay. 11 damage. Yeah, that'll do it. It's a heck of a hit, and you get the sense that he's very tough though. And he says, "You're not gonna make it out of here," in this like growly bear voice.
I guess we'll see.
That sounds like something Grief would say.
Oh, it is anything else you like to do, Grief?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It is Elric's turn. Do you want to? I took over last turn, but do you want to decide what he does?
Did you already figure it out, or?
No,
Oh, because he's just right here by me.
he's just right there by you.
Okay. I was not prepared for this now. I thought you didn't want me to do it.
That's why I'm asking. I can do
I
it.
don't know what spells he has prepared. Yes, I do. I lied. Sorry. Give me a minute. Let's just do a mace hit for now, or attempt to, anyways. 10 is not going to do it.
No, he's not wearing armor, but he's tougher than 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, that's about what he can do for now, I think.
Okay. It is Argus Evernoon's turn, and he's going to turn to you, Grief. And his jaw is going to open, like he's in this hybrid form, and it's salivating, and he's going to try and bite you. 16 to hit. Okay.
That'll hit.
You take 15 piercing damage, which you would have to 7 because you're raging. And I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw. That's okay.
Sorry, what do you need from me?
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, let me doing everything. 9, 10.
Okay. You feel something come over you that we don't have to deal with right now.
Okay.
But you won't have to roll further ones, so that's something. But now he's going to attack you with the sword. That's a lot to hit. Yeah, that's like a 24. So for 9 slashing damage. That is not halved, so that will be 4. That is his turn. So we got Lizard Folk here who is already sunk cost into attacking this elk. So that dice is gone forever. So Javelin first. That's a 6 to hit, so that doesn't
Aha.
hit. And the club 11 to
Yes.
hit. So no.
That's a miss. Yay. Elcric lives another round.
Long live Elcric. I mean Elric too, but really Elcric. All right, Gift, it is your turn.
Okay. Pass through a friendly square. I have advantage, and I'm going to hit them with the shillelagh
Okay.
because hitting people with the stick is more effective than I thought it would be. Would roll twice, although the first one was a 25. Okay, so 25 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay. Oh, rolled a 1 on the damage, so
Oh.
that's 3.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, so I moved. Anything else I can do with a bonus action? That's a full action. I think that's all I can do. So I guess that is that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Excellent. So Fen, it is your turn.
Okay. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. So Fen from her hiding spot is going to pop out another psychic blade and throw it at who she doesn't know is javelin throwing or spear throwing fella over here. This guy.
Okay.
She just
Yeah.
came into his line of sight. So
Makes sense to me. Go ahead and roll.
do I get a roll with advantage because I'm in hiding?
You
Is
are.
that the thing?
Yeah, you do.
Sweet. That's good because one of those is a 1 and the other one's a 19. So 27 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, but anyway. It's 3, 8, 10. Oh, the math. That would be 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay, it is still standing, but it doesn't like that.
Imagine. Okay. She from there is going. I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. There's the map. She's gonna run back. Back to the barrels here and just dive behind them, hoping to hide as a bonus action.
Okay. Easy
Basically.
enough. So
All right.
right.
And then Elcric, I believe, is the next one up. Yeah.
Elcric is the next one up.
Sweet. All right, Elcric, you got this.
So for those of you seeing this like white square in the middle, that is a cart. That is a mine cart loaded up with things.
Sweet.
I didn't have a mine cart token, so that's what I got.
Do we get a Temple of Doom style chase on a minecart? Yes. Oh no, I don't think that's gonna hit. Hold on. What's your math? 7 + 6, 13.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yes. Yeah, that's not much damage. 8 damage to the remaining lizard folk in front of Elcric.
That is enough. It scoops it up in its antlers and
Yes.
kills it outright. So that is the last, well, next to last lizard folk that you can see. So and the one you can't see right now is gonna run deeper into the tunnels. It is done with this fight. It's gonna
Surprise.
dash off screen.
Whee.
Grief, it is your turn.
All right. Same as before. 11.
11 hits.
Okay. 11 damage. And then the next one was a 10. So let's not gonna do it.
He is very intent on fighting you and getting you out of this place. And so as Grief, you end your turn, it is Elric's turn.
All right. Let's try a Sacred Flame.
That is a dex save.
Yes.
14.
I don't know. It doesn't. Well, oh, it's probably on this.
I have
Sorry.
it here.
15.
Okay, so he fails.
All right, fantastic. So that is 13. radiant damage.
Okay.
He doesn't really have bonus actions.
Okay. He will say, he will just reiterate, you really should not have come here. And he's going to pull out his claws and take 2 slashes at you, Grief. So that is a 26 to hit on the first one for 19 slashing damage. That's halved down to 9. A 22 to hit on the second one for 18 halved to 9 again. And then he is going to turn around and run towards the goods here. So you do, both you and Elric will get attacks of opportunity on him.
Right then. It's a 10 from me. And 13 for Elric.
13 hits.
5 damage.
But he is going to get on this cart. And that's going to be his action. He puts himself in this cart, takes some, he just like shoves some stuff up out of it and gets in it. So there's miscellaneous jewelry and treasure just on the ground now. So that will be his turn. Gift, it is your turn.
Howard.
For the first time, you see a werebear wearing Argus's clothes.
That seems less than ideal.
Why'd
I'm gonna
that
go
bear
ahead.
steal someone's clothes?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. How's this work? So initially, all right. Gift is going to mutter to herself, well, here goes nothing, as she tries a new spell for the first time. She's going to form a shard of ice with her finger and then fling it with a flick of her wrist at the werebear.
Okay.
Okay. So that's respectable. So it's a 14 to hit initially.
14 hits.
Okay. And then, so it's a D10. And then the shard explodes near the target, hit or miss. So I need a dexterity save.
Okay.
This could be important here.
That's a 10.
Oh, wonderful. I believe that means that does all the damage. DC is spell attacks, save DC. Looks like it's 16. No, 14 for the druid stuff. Okay, so yes, we'll roll the D10 damage. That's an 8. And then we'll roll the 2d6. The first one is piercing, and the 2d6 is cold if it matters. So 8 piercing and then 11 cold for a total of 19.
That is a very respectable shot. Yeah, the ice knife stabs him in the chest and then explodes in the chest. And doing a lot of damage. And he looks right at you and it's like continues to just like try and get into this cart and get away from you all.
Gift giggles and claps her hands.
Excellent. Ben, it is your turn. That was awesome.
All right. Conceptually, because I want to play this right, would Fen have heard the commotion of the werebear getting into the cart? Because she definitely can't see him from here.
What's your passive perception?
That's a good question. Let me look. Passive 11.
11? I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, I would say you could.
Okay.
You would hear that commotion. I mean, and you
Okay.
saw Gift like fire an ice knife at someone.
Good point. Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Fen is gonna run over to Oh, I went through a wall, apparently.
Let me see.
What?
Oh yeah,
So 5?
there's walls here.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's the move I was trying to make. Apparently it thought I was trying to go through this wall.
Yeah, you can't always move in straight lines with the VTT. It's weird.
Yeah. I knew I couldn't. I just didn't realize it was
Just gonna be
At
mean
any rate,
about
if I can see the werebear now from here, I'm gonna chuck one of my psychic blades at bear on a coaster. And I'm gonna just assume that the amount of commotion I just made means I'm not hiding anymore, and I'm okay with that.
Okay,
I don't think it's fair to say otherwise.
right.
Ooh, that was a 26 to hit, though.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Just 1d6. And that is 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And then, now that I've run all this way and made an obnoxious scene of myself, Finn is gonna... Oh, no, wait, I've run out of movement. I can't hide here because he just... Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, I've got a free hand. Psychic blade, other hand. Throw in that one too.
Okay, go for it.
I forget I can do that frequently. And that's a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Sweet. 1d4. That's what? 3 plus things. What if it's offhand? Talk to me here. Oh, it's still 5. Okay, that's 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. He's still very much standing. But yeah.
Okay.
We'll go to, so we still have, I know we still have combat left, but we're going to take a little break and we'll come back to it. I didn't want to go too long without going to break. So we'll take a break. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Hydrate yourselves, move your body in ways that make sense to you, and we'll be back.
Thanks all.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you all had a good break. Got yourself some nice snacks. I ate some cheese, so I'm set. And yeah, let's get back into this. We are still in combat here, and it is Elkric's turn.
Elcric, yes. Fantastic. Elcric is going to do something that he hasn't gotten to do because of these close quarters, I think. As long as he doesn't run over Penny doing this, he's got 60 feet of movement. And if he charges 20 feet, he can do a charge. So he's going to do that.
Okay.
All right. So let's
Oh,
see.
I might have to move it. So
Yep. But yeah, he's going to have to like go around to the pillar and charge. Vroom.
Yep. And this way.
Yep. And this
Move right here.
roll.
Oh, too far. There we
Whoop.
go.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Sweet goodly moodly. Extra 2d6 to the 2d6 plus 4. Okie doke. That's 10. That's also 10, so that's 20 plus 4. 24 damage. And also Argus needs to roll a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay.
Probably pretty strong though.
21.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 14. Yeah.
Yeah, so he is not knocked prone. He just kind of locks with the antlers with his arms, and just the bear just howls like in the elk's face. Still did a ton of damage. I mean,
Yeah.
so although, he seems pretty resistant to that kind of thing right now.
Yeah, not surprising. Okay. That's gonna be it for Elkric's turn.
Awesome. Grief, it is your turn.
So I'm moving. Need to see how far I can actually go. There. Okay, now I can see things.
Yeah, you could have gone anywhere.
Oh, okay. You're muted, but it's fine. I heard you because we're in the same room. Okay. Cool. Then that means I can try and hit him. Yes. Is this our werebear guy? All right. Sweet. 17 on the die. That'll do it. 14 damage.
Okay.
12.
12 hits.
15 damage.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that'll be my turn.
Okay. It is Elric's turn. Do you want him to basically follow you?
Yes.
Okay.
What
15.
kind of armor, if any, is this guy wearing?
He's not wearing any armor.
Okay.
That's where Elric can get. I believe, yeah, he does have a crossbow. Yeah, you can Sacred Flame for sure. Cool. That's a dexterity saving throw. He only got a 10.
12.
12 damage. That he takes it in full. Excellent.
Oh, I should note, I don't know if this makes a difference with the werebear, but the psychic blade that I threw at him earlier would have done psychic damage rather than like piercing damage.
Yeah, no, I got that one.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah, and the ice knife did full damage.
It's
You
really
notice
just
yeah, it's just like
Elcric.
swords and weapons. Yeah, Elcric
Yeah.
didn't do much. I mean, y'all still made a dent in this guy. He's not looking so hot. And we come to his turn, and he is going to fully get in the cart now, and he's going to hit the brake, and it's going to slide out. He's going to disengage because
as an
not?
action. Got it. Yep.
Yep. And but combat is basically going to end as this cart just rolls off into down this way. There are other carts in this room. Again, I don't have tokens for them, but I also don't have a map for a Indiana Jones style cart chase, but that's basically what can happen here. So
Okay. All right.
but for now we're good with the map. So basically you can choose to, what you see down here now that you're in this cavernous area, these are like these are kind of like hot like geyser pools. So like there's like cyanobacteria in there making them all sorts of colors.
Nice.
That's where that sulfury smell is coming from.
Mm. Okay. Hey, Elcric, come here. Hey, you did good. You did good. Go lay down over there. Rest up. You've done enough. Good job.
It goes over and like knocks over some things and is like kind of nested into a little place where it can settle down.
So cart chase?
Yeah, possibly. Although he's got a head start on us, it's going to take some time to get a cart into that window. Fenris says says as she roots through these lizard folks' pockets.
Lizard folk.
The lizard folk, you between them, they don't have a lot of money. You
That
get
makes sense.
between the lot of them 2 gold, 9 silver, and 5 copper.
9 silver, 5 copper. Okie dokie. Yeah, I wish that had gone better.
Can I
These poor schmucks probably had nothing to do with this.
carefully and quietly and whatever harvest some meat again? It's forever the weirdest question I ask in D&D.
Yeah, you can make a survival check.
I like feeding monsters. What can I say? 10.
For the first time, something in you tells you this is really wrong, but good meat is probably worth it being wrong.
Awesome.
Um, Grief, you, as you're doing this and as um you're tearing the meat from whatever you're trying to, from these lizard folk, you notice you feel, let me actually double check your character sheet. What is your current strength score? 18.
18.
Okay. You don't get any mechanical advantage, but that does bump to 19.
Okay. Yeah.
You feel stronger. Your smell, you can smell things you weren't smelling before, as you now have keen senses. You have advantage on all perception checks with smell.
Great.
Whatever is taking hold isn't pulling at you yet. It's not taking over your consciousness, but you feel something is different and wrong, maybe.
Cool. You said advantage on perception via smell.
Yes.
Well, so we know that they went that way essentially. The other two tunnels, or do they go off just into the darkness?
Yeah, just off into the darkness. You're not quite sure where. Or if any of some of this looks like it's actually give me investigation or perception.
17.
17. Most of this is rusted shut. Like this little thing that turns and puts it on different tracks
Mhm.
doesn't look like it's actually been turned in a long time.
Okay. So probably just the way that he went is the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like they didn't build this, they borrowed it.
Got it.
So
All right. Gift kind of points that direction and shrugs.
Elric, if you and Gift want to work on getting a cart onto that track, we'll try to use it. Fencerus is looking through the barrels right now just to see what in the world they've been storing up here.
what's stored in here, some of these barrels contain like oil for lanterns and things like that. A lot of just general goods. Some of it looks like it's maybe been here a while. You find like pickaxe heads, things like that. Basic kind of mining equipment.
Got it. Okay. Once she's pretty well satisfied there's just like mining equipment and junk, she's gonna come check out what got dumped out of the cart over here. I know I'm gonna collide with a wall. Combat's over. Calm down. But I remember you said that that Argus shoved some stuff out of the cart.
Yeah. You find roll some things. You find things like a couple of gold rings with turquoise, like a jade figurine, just kind of tchotchkes. Like they're expensive. They are 20 each are worth 25 gold pieces. You find about 10 objects total.
How heavy would you say the jade? What'd you say it was? The jade? What now?
A jade figurine.
Oh, okay, a figurine of something. I like vaguely shiny things like jade. Yeah, Vencerus is gonna pocket the jade figurine in particular, point out the rest to the others in case they want it, but she's just gonna go yoink and put that into a bag. About how heavy would you say that object is so I can mark it in my inventory?
Like a quarter pound, like, or maybe half pound jade figurine. It's like a smallish object. I don't know, maybe a
Okay.
pound. I don't know. What do things weigh? It looks like it was like something, it was like from a shrine. It was like to a river god of some sort.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. That's all I'm going to be playing around with, because I'm assuming Elric and Gift and Grief can get the cart onto the track. Maybe.
Yeah.
How many other items and what are their price values? Because whatever nobody wants, I'll just toss in the bag and we can use as we need for funds.
So you find like you find 4 gold rings, a silver medallion, and we'll say a set of copper steins. So for the run, so I don't know how many objects that is. And they're all just worth 25 gold
Like all together or a piece?
each.
Okay.
So it's 9 objects total. Yeah, and it's easy enough for you and Elric to get this cart loaded.
Sorry, you said 20, 25?
25.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll get the cart set up and head up.
Okay. You can, there's 4 of you. Yes, you can all 4 cram into this cart. So it with the
Sweet.
combat chair probably has to be like kind of folded in there. But you can
Yeah,
get
I
in
was
there.
gonna say I can either do that or I can go behind, whatever works best. It's fine with me.
That is up to you. And I would like to know beforehand.
Are the combat
Yeah.
wheelchair wheels wide enough to fit perfectly onto the tracks? That's the question.
That's a good question.
Not quite.
Ah, dang.
And
Okay,
also, yeah. So,
all right, then I'll fold. I'll ride with the group.
okay. Here's how we're gonna do this. Like it gets underway, and like it's a pretty steep grade to go down, and it does start to go down pretty quickly. It does have a brake that you can kind of use to control the speed. And so we're going to have, let's make this a group dexterity check. You can use acrobatics, or we'll say strength, or hold on, I'll get my words right. Let's say this is a group athletics or acrobatics check.
That's a 25 from Finn.
There's a 3 from Gift.
15 from Grief.
Okay. Yeah, I can roll for Elric. Acrobatic athletics +2. That's a 5. At least half of you got high enough. So
2 successes, 2 failures. Got it. Ooh.
so we'll call that a group success. You don't immediately topple the who's manning the brake?
Uh
Not it.
Finn is probably on break duties. She feels pretty confident about this.
Okay.
She's sitting up front as the driver, just like looking like she's in a bobsled, just bobbing, weaving, and
Elric has gotten slightly seasick. Um, why did I agree to this? He's just in the back. So it continues to go. You get more of that volcanic smell. It gets warmer, mustier.
uh-oh.
It opens up into what looks to be just open veins of pyrite. And so the walls just kind of sparkle as you
Okay.
are going down. Maybe they mined other things here. You're just enjoying it as it speedily goes by. But it eventually keeps going down faster and faster. You're maintaining that brake as to hopefully not go too fast. And eventually the cave just opens up into an absolutely massive cavern. And you are now on hundreds of feet of stilts underneath you. You can't see very far. It is pitch black in here. So whatever light you have on you, and those of you with dark vision will see a little further, but you see just reflections off of far walls from the little bit of light you may have. And you see a good ways ahead of you. Still going down this track is your werebear buddy, but he is pretty far out. But you see that now that there's two carts on this track, it is starting to very much wobble. So, and you continue to go faster and faster. I'm going to need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as one of the stilts ahead of you just cracks with the pressure of all this. And this whole thing starts to collapse.
In lieu of the dexterity saving throw, can I turn into an owl?
You can.
Oof.
Is this something that I get advantage on?
Do you have danger sense?
I think that's what it is.
So that's an 11 from Fenceris.
Yes, it's danger sense.
Then yes, you do get advantage.
Oh, okay. 18.
18. So, Fenceris, what did you get?
11.
11. Okay. The whole cart just shakes and rattles, and the front wheel just like catches on something. Fenceris topples through. Let me see what Elric gets, because that is not his strong suit.
Everyone hold on.
I love that Elric has -1 to dexterity. So that's a 12 for him. He also fails. So it hits and these two fall out. Which one, Grief, do you grab?
I imagine I was sitting next to Elric.
That's fair.
Sorry, Fed. It's my
I think
son.
I've got Finn.
Oh yeah, you can probably.
I have turned into a giant owl, quarter CR, strength 13, size large. I am going to catch Finn.
Large. Okay.
Yes, so you can catch Finn. That's fine. So the dexterity saving throw means you get a chance to protect yourself from what's coming. And what's coming is that this cart is going down. There's no fighting gravity here. This whole thing is like just a tower of sticks that was not maintained well enough to hold what is holding right now.
Wait. If to be honest, I would grab my chair if I thought my chair was going to be flung. I'm just saying, sorry, everyone. Chair trumps people. So if I'm afraid that the chair is going to Elric screw, sorry, buddy. I just put a $200 barricade on that thing, or 200 gold barricade. Fuck no.
Ooh.
Insurance doesn't cover this shit, y'all.
Okay. Yeah, you grab your chair. That's what you try and do both. I'm gonna say, like, you did try to be heroic. You grabbed your chair, it was right next to you. So you managed to do that, but in the time it took you to grab that, you just missed Elric. But this card is going down. You managed to hold on to it and maybe can use it as a shield for whatever drop you see to the bottom below. Gift, you can just fly, but you see Elric and Grief start to fall with this collapsing.
Oh, I thought it was Elric and Finn. Okay.
Oh,
So it's-
Well, no, Fen was going to fall. You grabbed me, so
Yeah, okay. Just making sure I understood.
yeah, you grabbed Fen. You have Fen right now.
Yeah, that should be trivial at large size, strength 13, dex 15.
Yes. Yeah, no,
All right.
that was easy enough. So
As far as the other two, I mean, I don't think I can grab another one of them. So yeah, Finn, you just like get grabbed by your leather armor, probably like
Uh-huh.
gigantic talons the size of your head.
Good. I think pretty quickly after the shock of falling, Fenn is going to go, wait, this is stupid. Hang on, Gift, get him. Gem ancestral wings pop out.
Love it. I don't think the chair is pretty heavy, isn't it?
It's, I would say it's not that heavy. It's
Okay.
pretty, it's very, it's not very bulky. Well, actually, you just added a whole metal plate to it. It's fairly heavy.
And then Elric's wearing heavy armor, like plate mail.
Elric is wearing chainmail, I believe. But
Oh, is it chainmail? That's better. For some reason I thought it was a plate.
Yeah, chainmail and shield, so not plate. So,
Okay.
Okay. So I think I'm going to dive. Like basically I'm attacking Elric, but with the intent not to do damage.
Okay.
Just to grab him.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make that
I guess
you
it's a
can make like an
grapple.
attack roll. Yeah, it would be a grapple. But we'll just say because you're going for accuracy here, let's do an attack roll.
Okay.
Then.
Okay. And is Grief like hanging on to the track, or what is Grief's situation?
Well, the track, hanging on to the track would be useful if the track wasn't also falling. So Grief is like hanging on to the cart and like in like this like almost act of self-preservation has like pulled himself into the cart and is like using it as like, this cart's gonna hit the ground first.
Okay. So using the cart as a skateboard. Got it. All right.
Okay.
It's fine. Everything's going to be fine. I have 23 health. What could possibly go wrong?
And you can rage to take half bludgeoning damage.
You said
Yeah,
hundreds
good call.
of feet. So I have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Never mind. No, go ahead.
You said hundreds of feet, so I know I have room for 2 actions. Action 1, cast guidance. Action 2, oh, I can't cast while transformed. Never mind.
No.
I am going to argue this should be a touch attack, though. I'm not trying to damage them. I'm trying to grab the armor.
No, you're not going to do any damage. I just want to see like the accuracy here.
Yeah, I'm just arguing that the armor bonus shouldn't apply because I'm trying to grab the
Oh,
armor.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, we'll have it set against the DC. That's fine.
Okay.
Fenn is also going to try to grab Grief just to slow the descent. She knows that, like, with everything going down, Grief holding on to everything that he's holding on to, she can't stop everything, but she is going to try to grab and slow the descent.
That was a 15.
15. Yeah, you swoop down and you can grab Elric. You grab like his shield is like attached to the back, and you just like plant both talons on either side of his shield, and he's just dangling there.
And I'm just gonna, do the like circling down to the bottom.
Okay. I would say that Fenn, go ahead and do the same thing. Roll
Got
a attack. Yeah.
That would be a strength attack, I'm assuming. So that
I'll say it can be Dex. We're going for like you need to like attack. You need to grab something. So
gotcha. That does make a difference. That would be an 18 then.
Yeah, 18. You can grab on, and Grief is thick. Like just and like the best you can do is like you have these wings and you're just using them as a parachute to just like hopefully this won't be as bad as you glide down. Yeah, it is 100 feet, 200 feet, and then Gift, you can easily, like, you're not falling. Fenn is more falling than
Right.
you are.
Falling with style.
Yeah. Grief and Fenn, you feel this first, just something buffets at you, like a pocket of air or something. And you were hitting like a pretty fast speed, not quite terminal, but really fast. And this buffets you as you see hundreds of these furry cattle come into view at the bottom of the cavern here. And just this pillow of air buffets you, and you slowly fall, and the cattle just kind of shuffle out of the way. And you feather fall
Mm.
gently to the ground.
Hmm.
And almost as like a fear response, the cattle like shake and little globules of light just float off of them.
What the hell are these
Bay
things?
cattle.
Bay cattle.
Ah. Strange.
The cart hits the ground,
Ka-bonk.
still fairly hard. It just conks in, like it settles into the dust here. There is some sort of strange red grass growing here at the bottom.
Eh, eh. What kind of check do I need to identify this?
I would say Arcana or Nature.
Yeah, while we were falling, did it look like Argus was also suffering from the track falling apart, or was he far enough ahead that it didn't affect him?
This happened, and you all lost track of him.
Okay.
He was pretty far ahead of you. You don't know what part of it collapsed.
Non-nat 24.
24. What did you roll?
Arcana.
Arcana?
I'm sorry, 21.
21.
But yes, Arcana.
Fae was right. These are clearly some sort of Fae creature. Not many beasts will naturally give off light. It doesn't seem you looking at them and they don't have any there's not like magic items on them. You don't see anything here. They just it shakes like dust out of their they look like Highland cattle, like with the long hair, and just
Aw.
dust shakes off and becomes these
Okay.
globules.
Fake
Um,
outs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a 20, you've maybe seen this in a book or something.
Yeah.
But they are deep rothae.
And I'm trying to figure out not so much the cows, but the red grass underneath. Does that seem like familiar at all? Nah, is there a natural area that makes sense for this?
You've heard of plants and things that can grow in the Underdark. Go ahead and give me a roll though.
That's not gonna do much. 9.
You've heard of plants that can grow in the Underdark. That's probably what's going on here. You know.
That's fair. Underdark grass. Got it.
Bay bullshit plus Underdark equals deep gnomes.
You all Elric touches the ground first, lands on all fours as you fly down. Gift and says and just rolls over onto his back. Can we not do that again?
Yeah, that might have been riskier than I thought. I mean, I assumed that they would have at least a maintained track to do whatever stupid thing they're doing down here. Don't know what that choice was.
I'm gonna stay an owl. Flight and dark vision are great.
As you all settle yourselves after falling down here, you hear a voice and a head pops up from the other side of one of the cattle. This demonic horned figure, and says, "You're not trying to hurt my cows, are you?" And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Very nice.
Nice.
Ken Gold says it's some kind of deep gnome wearing a mask.
Awesome. I love this.
We fell all the way into hell, but it turns out hell is just a place with a bunch of cows.
I mean, according to Diablo 2, accurate statement.
That is true. This does feel like Diablo.
Mm.
You are in a cave. There are cows. Awesome. I love playing this game. I'm glad we got the chance to play again. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and do our outros. Go ahead and Silver, tell us about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I am Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as over on YouTube, where you can find all of our backlog of Capes and Caverns, which is a weekly game that we play with my with friends. It is a superhero overlay for Dungeons and Dragons that I wrote myself. We are currently in the testing phase for it, and we are having a lot of fun. Currently, we are in season 2, wherein we're playing a news team who recently got mysterious powers. You can find us hopefully tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on Twitch. Again, that's Silver_Bulette. And if you want to see my random, silly minute or less musings, go to TikTok. You can find me as @AllTheWebsAStage. No spaces.
Awesome. Jaden.
Hey, I'm Jaden. I also go by Soliloquy. You can find me on most platforms as Fat Sapphic Bro. I mostly hang out on TikTok. You can also find me when I'm not on my main on Alt Fat Sapphic Bro. I talk about a variety of different things. Yeah.
Awesome. Penny.
All right. Thank you all for being here. I want to give a shout out to the Orion capsule, which landed safely. First foray around the moon in some time. And I will be participating in the Xenojam again this year. So if you're interested in that, I'll be doing some kind of low poly or more likely pixel art game. And you can find that at itch.io/outistmouse, AUTISTMOUSE.
Awesome. And I'm Archangelic. You can find me here Sunday nights as often as we can at 7:30 Pacific, running this game, The Year of the Dragons, for these wonderful folks. You can also find many links for me on my website, archangelic.space. I've kind of exited Twitter, as most have, but we won't get into that too much. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on YouTube, and I will put that link in the chat, and it's also in the channel description. We also have a podcast. Just search Heir of the Dragons wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, iTunes should be there. If you want to support this game and other possible future projects, you can support me on Patreon. That link is also in the chat. See it there. And lastly, thank you, .user, for helping us stream our show, our lovely producer. We all appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We love you, and we hope to see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.